Hi boys and girls, I've got something a little bit different for you to do today. So the boys and girls who are in school have got me. So instead of being stuck on their laptops doing work all day, I want to get them to do something a bit more hands-on. So we're going to do a little bit of cooking. So this is a really, really easy recipe to make your own bread buns. So this is what you need when your grown-ups go to the shop. And then if you keep watching this video, it'll tell you how to do it. So this is everything you should need. So I have got a nice clean table that we're going to do everything on. So it's probably going to get a bit messy, but as long as it's nice and clean, because it's going to have the food on. A baking tray and a mug, that's all we need to make it. Then this is fast action dried yeast. And this is the stuff that makes the bread get nice and big and fluffy. We're going to have got bread flour, so it's a little bit different than normal flour. Or it's sometimes called strong flour. So because it's a little bit stronger, so it can get big and rise up like bread needs to do. So that's everything we need. So get your mug. This is just a normal mug that you would drink a cup of coffee out of. And you're going to get 1 mugful of flour. And then just put that straight on your table. So keep the mug, you're going to need that in a second. Then you're going to make a little hole in the middle like this. This is called a well. We're making a well. And then get your mug and fill it up halfway with warm water. We're going to need that next. Then our little packet that we had of yeast, that is going to go in there, in that well. I'm just going to mix that in a little bit. That's it. And then we're still going to have a little well because that's where our water is going to go. If you don't make a little hole in the middle, the water goes everywhere. So, splash of water, mix it in a bit. Splash of water. Don't worry if this gets messy and it goes everywhere, just mix it in as best as you can. Yeah, it's starting to spread out a bit. Just get it, catch it with the flour and mix it in. And then bring it. Pick up any extra bits of flour or water that is stuck on your table. Rub it in. Give your hands a rub because some will be stuck on there. Hands are good for getting these dry bits up and rubbing it off. So get your hands right in there. See, the table's starting to get clean now because it's starting to pick up all that flour, all that bits of dough that's left there. Let's get that picked up. You can actually just wipe it up with your dough and it will come pretty clean. So now we've got to spend about 10 minutes kneading our dough. So that means we're going to push it like this. Really push it and stretch it out. And what that does is it stretches all the stuff inside the bread, all the protein, and makes it a bit stronger. So when you leave it to rise up, it'll be able to stretch like that instead of all falling apart. Look at that, now it's stretchy. So nice and stretchy, a bit sticky. Any bits off your hands again. Oh, get those worked into it. And then we are going to get our bacon tray. We're going to get ready to cook it. So we need to split our dough into 3 bits. So 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to make them into whatever you want them to be. So if I wanted to make a bread roll, I just roll it around like this until you get a nice round ball. And then you'll get a little bread bun. There we go. Then we could have like a little bread stick. So we're going to roll it into a nice sausage like that. Just going to go there. And then this last one, we're going to do a little sausage shape again. Right. But we're going to twist this and make it into something different. So we're going to go like this. And then cross over and we've got like a little bagel, a little twist. Now what we've got to do is leave these for about half an hour, somewhere nice and warm. So if you've got your oven on to warm up, you can leave them somewhere near your oven for half an hour. And they'll get a bit bigger, they'll swell up, and then once they've done that for half an hour, they'll be ready to cook. Look, boys and girls, my bread has doubled in size. It's got twice as big. So now it's going to go in the oven. So we should have this on and hot and ready to go. And I have got mine set to 220 degrees. And I'm going to put this in, or I'm going to get you need to get one of your grown-ups to help with this. So that is in there. And it's going to go in there for about 10, maybe 10 to 15 minutes. So you're going to have to keep checking it after about 10 minutes. And when it is golden brown, so it's starting to go a little bit brown, but it's nice and golden on top, it should be done. Here we go, boys and girls. I think it's been about 12 minutes. Mine took a little bit longer than 10 minutes. And you see it is nice and golden, just starting to go a little bit brown. Just going to lift that out with my oven gloves. You need to get one of your grown-ups to help you with this. And then, that's it, we're done. Once you've got your bread out of the oven, you just need to pop it somewhere to cool down a little bit. So you can just leave it in the tray, that's fine. Or I've got a little wire rack like this where the air can get around it and it can cool down a bit. If it does get a little bit stuck, just use a knife underneath and then it'll be able to release it a bit.